Pennsylvania with BBC RC construction site. I'll do a little better review on the RC four-wheel drive mining truck that I purchased. I did a video a couple months ago, and it wasn't the greatest video, but I learned a lot about the truck, and I started changing some things on the truck since I bought it, doing a little bit of putting some accessories on it. And at first, you can see I blackened out all the railings. They all needed re-welded. I made a new grill for it to actually look like a Cat mining truck, which it is kind of a replica of a Cat 797F mining truck, which was built like in 2002. Like, it has a lot of resemblance of the real Cat truck. Like I said, I painted this. The original one had this type of color on it. I made this airbox type thing that's on the real truck. There's a couple other things in the back I did to it. Of course, I put the stickers on it. I had some Cat stickers made. But back in here, it was kind of hollow looking, so in the process, I just made that. That's like for, it was on the real truck. Kind of made this piece right here. I'm not done with it yet either. All that back in here, I'm still working on that, and I have to get it all painted and bolted up. Just trying to make the truck look a little bit more realistic, and that's in the process. But in the meantime, I've had a lot of problems with this truck. He keeps breaking gears out of it. So what I've been doing is trying to figure out, going back and forth with RC four-wheel drive, trying to figure out how we could correct the problem on it, because the truck is just it's got too much torque to it at low speed. As soon as you press the button on the controller, it seems to want to jerk. I can give you a quick shot showing you what it's doing. It's breaking the gears a lot, even with a load on it. It just jerks, and when it stops, the truck jerks, and what it's doing, it's breaking the gears on the truck. So a couple quick things. One lady's out on here just to show you what's going on here in this truck. Inside each one of the axles, there is gear reductions, which they have planetary gears in it, and the planetary gears go on here. But here's the big gears that keep breaking on it. There's a set of these, and there's a set of 3 small planetary gears, which I'll show you on this bag. Like I said, it keeps breaking gears on me. Every time I've used it, it just knocks the gears out of the machine. But the other gears are staying together, which I can get them out of the bag, I can show you. But here's the smaller planetary gears that are inside this reduction gear right here. And here's the smaller ones. There's actually 3 sets of these inside of there, which I bought. These are all extras. These ones here, all these are extras. But here is the bigger gears. You can see it's breaking every one of them. On both sides, it broke both of them. It just keeps shearing the gears out. The first time when I got it, when I did the first video, there was a bolt. All the bolts inside the axle are not torqued down, and they're not Loctite, and what they're doing, they're coming out, and that's what sheared one set of the gears. But now, like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to eliminate the problem with it. So right now, what I did, I stacked 2 of the small gears to make a 1 gear to compensate. So it takes 6 gears to make 3 gears in the 1 reduction. So this is a couple extra parts I have right now. Like I said, we're trying to figure some things out with the truck. The motors in it, they are brushless motors, and that's what's giving the truck the torque. And they're actually inside the axle. Inside, or each side, I thought it had a differential, and each side has these reduction gears which go in here like this shaft, and it'll be like that. You got your shaft coming out the back of it. So that's what's going on with that part of the truck. So a couple other problems I have with the truck, which I found right after I did the video. Let me lift the bed back up. Let me take these all away. These. Okay, got that all out of the way. Let me lift the bed back up to show you the problem, more of the problems I have with the truck. The truck is awesome. I mean, I will haul 4 400 some pounds of dirt, no problem. No problem at all. But like I said, it's just too jerky. And it's creating a big problem, only one set of gears. So I got a little bit of use on it since I stacked the gears, and we'll see what happens. But a couple other things that's wrong with the truck. You want to look down in here. This is the steering. There's a steering motor down in here. So I don't know if you can see it or not. It's actually a motor by itself, and what it does, it has a gear reduction box in it. What happens is, this pitman arm is just put on with a small set screw, and what it does, it ain't notched right. It drops down, and these turnbuckles will rub against the frame, and it's going to happen on every truck. And what it does, it strips the gears out of the steering assembly. So what I did, I pinned this. When you take it all out, you'll put a better pin in it where it can't drop down. And then what it did, it stripped the gear out inside here, actually wrung it off the shaft, in which I pinned that onto the shaft now. Another problem I had, real big problem with the truck was just ripping apart. They have C-clips on here which hold the whole axle assembly inside the truck. They only had these small ones on it, so what I did, if you want to look inside of here, you're going to have to get bigger C-clamps, or C-clips. You're going to have to make sure you C-clip it in here. Down in here, there's C-clips. There's a C-clip. So now what I do, I got 4 C-clips on it holding it, because when you give it gas, this whole assembly jerks. And what it's doing is just ripping these apart. So what I did, I put stainless steel C-clips in there, and that's pretty much corrected that problem on it. Like I said, right now I haven't been able to use it much since I put it back together. But I'm kind of anxious to start using it again. But it's bitter cold here right now in Pittsburgh. But like I said, that's the type of things I'm finding out that's wrong with the truck. I had to do a lot of work on it. I'm constantly working on it. I'm just hoping I get all the bugs out of it, because the truck is awesome. I am trying to make it look a little bit more realistic, and it's getting there. There's a couple other things I'm going to change on it. And I'd love to get an interior for it, because that really takes away from it. But beside that, that's pretty much the things that are going wrong with this truck. So you're definitely, if you buy one, you're going to have to work on it and try to get these bugs out. But they're the things I found out that are wrong with my truck. So I'm hoping this video helps you out if you do buy one of these. And like I said, this is Billy from BBC RC Construction Site in Pittsburgh, PA. And if you're more than welcome, if you want to come down and join us in the warmer months, you're more than welcome. You can email me at WilliamAMastro Jr. at yahoo.com. Thank you for watching.